Grandma made that video is very sentimental to me because it's hard to think of, oh, I lost my daughter when I was giving birth and I never saw her again. They just told me that she died. But it's not, she never died. It's a voice note of my grandpa that says that, oh, do you remember when our daughter it got stolen? But he always lied to her and told her that she was crazy. And like, oh, you crazy, you never had a daughter, you only had three. But my grandma really had four daughters. And to this day, to this year that I post that video, he's like, oh, I remember when they stole her. So you been lying a whole entire time to the whole family, to everybody. And not a lot of people knows about that boys now. I just want to let y'all know that that's a little story to hear. And it's already messed up from my grandpa's side, you know? For Mexico had think that it was a lie, that she never had a fourth daughter. Like what? Like so she was hallucinating when she was in the hospital giving birth? She was crazy when she was pregnant? How? You know? So I just wanted to share that little story. Yeah, it's tough. And I'm going to leave this recording. I'm going to put it up. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people will see it. And I hope my grandma find her daughter, which is my aunt, because it's been many years. And the alarm stopped and they still wet. And I put 15 minutes. And this story is a little touchy to my grandma. But it's crazy how he's in a voice note talk about, oh, you don't remember that they stole her? What? And that was in Dominican Republic back in the days. Like, mm-mm. Let me see. Oh, I have another story. This is crazy. This happened in real life. Um, it was one time in Dominican Republic, en el Ejido La Yagüita in Santiago. It was in the middle of the night, and it was seven houses that was together, and one of the fan caught on fire. And all seven houses burned like around 2 in the morning when everybody's sleeping. And that was a crazy, crazy fire. I remember everybody was running in panties outside. Like if that fire would have kept going, it would have burned the whole little town. That's how big it was. And then 10 years later, the same fire happened, but two houses more away from the area, which I heard. And it's also in the news and the internet if you search. It's a lot of crazy stories in Dominican Republic. Oh, let me tell you this one. This one is good. This happened to me. I was not gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it now. Um, I remember I used to stay in the weekends in my great grandma's house, which is my grandma's mother, right? In Santiago, in La Yagüita. That's where the house was. So my cousins and everybody was there. That was a cool part. But it was a demon in there that hurt a lot of women and was trying to harm me. But guess what? My dad said, you see something, fight something, you know? Which is whoever knows what I'm talking about. I don't want to say the word, but yeah, no. So it was um Tuesday morning around 11 o'clock. Everybody went to school, but me, I was sick, and my mom left me there. Because she got, I believe she used to own a bar, and she left me there for a week. Oh, the worst week in my life. Um, I was about to take a shower, but the shower was under construction, right? I'm mass more. I'm talking like that because the mask. I'm mass more, and this big tall man comes to the window. Because mind you, the bathroom is like it's the yard, so it's like a parts outside, but it's like my rooms. And this man come to the window, ha 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 ha, laughing. I will never forget that, laughing. And my great grandma Julia was in her bed. She remember that if she could see that video, but she's not gonna understand. But he's like ha 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 through the window. I grabbed that bathroom curtain. The bathroom curtain was so disgusting. I grabbed it, I wrapped it around me, and I said, "Yo, if you don't leave, I'm gonna keep screaming." Oh, you know what he did? He tried to come in the bathroom. And I'm sorry, but this is my cousin father. And whatever he did to me, she don't have nothing to do with that. But he not only did it to me, he did it to my aunt, he did it to my mom, he did it to my mom's sister, did it to my other cousin, the other cousin, other cousin, other cousin, all the woman. And can you believe that man is free? And he got defended too by a woman? Like you being a woman and hearing all these stories of different women and you still want to defend the nigga. Like what? Thank God he never try. But let me tell you another story. We went to the same week. My cousin sent me to get the fan to the room. I'm smaller. I'm short already. So imagine back in the days. I'm more smaller. He grabbed the cable of the fan. Let's say the cable of the fan. And he tried to touch me between my legs. I snatched that fan and ran away. Like, excuse me? Like, I didn't let him. I didn't let him at all. But I never told a story. I used to always cry every time my mom tried to drop me off on a Friday. And they like, oh, why Lucy don't want to stay? Because the cousin, no, I used to love my cousins. I used to love playing. She's like, oh, watch her stop crying 5 minutes later. Why I have stopped crying? Because my cousin entertained me. But once I see the monster, I start crying. What? Like, what? And hearing all the stories that happen to everybody, it bothers me. Not to say nothing, but hey, I already said something. But I didn't say no names. But whoever know the story, y'all already know who it is. So, and back to the mask. Still wet? I'm gonna leave it a little longer. I know people gonna be in shock once they hear that. I'm gonna say the video because this is real life stories, and it's so sad that all these women went through that. Hmm. And now it makes sense why police used to always pick on him. Duh. The neighbor reporting you, the other neighbor reporting you. Even the Haitian ladies was reporting this man. Mind you, that's Dominican Republic. And nobody believe nobody. Why? I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know. Oh, I just remember something. There's another story. I could say the name on this one because this one is trash. His name was, I don't know if he's still alive. He should be dead. Sorry, YouTube, but this is a very horrible person. I don't wish harm to nobody, but Yeah. Uh, his name is Guillermito. He had three daughters. One was Cristal, and the other two I'm not gonna mention their name. But I used to play with them. And Cristal always looked at weird every time she was around him. Like, and I used to like read the body language, but mind you, I was small too. But I read the body language that she didn't like him. But nothing went through my mind that this man was abusing his daughter sexually. Nothing. Till I got big, they lock him up for touching her and having sex with her. But years after, she was so small. She was smaller than me. Years after, and that was in Dominican Republic. And that man, he touched my girls too. I feel so uncomfortable when I feel the. I'm the type of person that feel energy in the room, and if I walk in a room full of men and it's only one person that made me feel weird vibes and shit like that, they on that type of time. If you got that energy, they on that type of time, and that's so sad. Like it's a lot of people walking that is like that, and that's disgusting. It's a whole bunch of stories that I want to tell you guys, but they like like it's horror stories from people around me, from me too that happened to me. Y'all ain't gonna be ready for my story. I feel like this mask it will never. Hold on, can we try?